Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Awaken the World Quick Talk. Today, stop seeking answers. It, of course, is Saturday, May 4th, 2019, I think, and it is 4:44 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hello, hello, hello. A little weird glitch in the streaming software there, but oh well. Seemed to have straightened itself out. So, Terry's here. Hi, Terry. Boy, it seems like forever. Long time no see. How are you doing? I saw you had a good post there. Took a look at it this morning. It's totally gone into my head, of course, because we've been so busy. But I remember thinking, yeah, that was cute. So today we're going to talk about one of the most insidious methods that ego uses to maintain an identity and maintain an aspect and degree of control. And what we're talking about, of course, is the seeker. And the seeker is a particular type of egoic identity that can cover a whole range of cloaks, if you will, or pseudo covers that cloak that seeker identity. And there's a few aspects about the seeker that you really need to understand. And I see, down for spiritual maintenance. That is the best kind of maintenance, along with the rest of them. Yeah, and spiritual maintenance is something that you really got to make an everyday practice. It's just a must. When I met Kelly, I think we were so busy that we missed yoga the first 3 days. And I literally exploded. And I said, you know what? If yoga and meditation, if spiritual growth and conscious awareness are not going to be the first priority, there's a problem. And you know what? We've made that our priority ever since. Sharon's here as well. Hello, Sharon. Good to see you as well. So, yeah, I exploded. I managed to put myself back together again, though. Interesting trick. I don't think I got all the parts in the right places, but oh well, I seem to function well enough for now. So, who is the seeker ego that we're talking about? Okay, well, here's the story. Egoically, the seeker needs to keep seeking. There is never any point where the seeker is going to find religion to religion to religion, and then from spiritual practice to spiritual practice to spiritual practice, and never make one of them their own. Why? Because to make one of them their own and to not keep jumping around would entertain the possibility that the ego identity may get caught one day. And how is it caught? It's caught in a situation, well, wait a minute. If you've made this your practice and you're practicing this long term, where are the results? And of course, the ego is very afraid of that because it doesn't want to be put in a place where something could threaten its identity. And this is where all our egoic reactions stem from, is from what we perceive as threats to our identity. And this identity of the seeker, luckily, the seeker identity does not usually entertain violence or anger. The seeker identity, though, is very much still part of the victim mentality. It is part of the victim mentality because it is always looking where? Outside of itself. Always seeking outside of itself. Now, we can sit here and say, well, wait a minute, so if I'm reading the same spiritual book day in, day out, am I still seeking? Yes, but at least you have settled on one manual that you're going to reference in your practice. And this is not to preclude or to say that reading a whole plethora of different points of view on spirituality, that's not an issue at all. Absolutely not. The issue comes in where that's all you do is seek for information outside yourself. You see, we each possess this inner guru. The same guru that lies within me and speaks out through this egoic form is the same guru that lies in you. The same wisdom you may perceive or not perceive, depending on who you are, that you may feel you're hearing from me, is the same wisdom that is contained within you. Another aspect of the seeker, and this is why it's part of that victim mentality, is the idea of handing over your power all the time. Always handing over your power. And there was a post today that one of our members, and I see your comment there, and struggle with balancing, and this is a big part of it. This post, it was some sort of diagrammatic reference to spiritual evolution, and it had, kind of a vertical pyramid, a reversed pyramid chart, and numbers up one side, and labels and diagrams, and it always looked so official, and we want to like stick ourselves in somewhere. We want to know where we're at. We want that reference point. That idea of that reference point is egoic. It is another attempt to hold on to identity again. And these diagrams, this is what happens, okay? We end up trying to pin ourselves in it first. But that isn't the real problem. The real problem is we start trying to pin everyone else into it. Oh, well, you're lower in the chart than I am. Therefore, you have nothing to offer me, perhaps. If I were to take that sort of a, quite frankly, twisted mentality, I would be sitting here thinking, well, why would I deal with any of you if I feel I know more than you do? And of course, I want to make it crystal clear. We all sit eye to eye at the same table. You see, we've been sold this idea that we need to try to do anything, that there has to be struggle. And we took that idea because we looked at the animal world around us and we said, well, look, things struggle. Obviously they were watching a cougar chase down a rabbit or a deer or maybe a cheetah going after an antelope or something along those lines, okay? But at the end of the day, when you look closely at nature, there's no struggle in nature. Nature is totally laid back and relaxed. Christ tried to get that point through to us in Matthew. You look at those crows. They're looked after. The grasses in the field that are going to be burned in the oven the next day, looked after. The flowers in the field with such beauty that the robes of Solomon and all the treasures of Solomon would be no comparison. And they're but simple flowers that come and go. They're looked after. All the struggle comes from our perceptions. Do not invite and add more struggle from the idea of struggling with balance. Sharon, I'm talking to you right now. Wherever you are right at this moment, no matter what you may think about yourself at this moment, no matter what others may think about you at this moment is struggle-free, and you're exactly where you need to be. And you didn't have to do anything to be here. I hope for all of you that this sinks deep within you. Kelly will tell you to watch me in high speed in what other people would call a stressful situation is to watch a laughing tiger dance gracefully through a china shop. Everything magically gets done. Everything appears to be done without effort. There's no stress, no struggle. Why? Because I know deep down within me that I was not sent here to struggle, that I didn't choose to come here in association and with that divine presence that we were all part of to struggle. I came here to experience. I came here to grow. I came here to evolve. And this moment right now, it's going to make me cry. It just does, because the state of being that's available to you will melt you inside. This moment right now is the holiest, most precious moment you have. Now this moment is the holiest, most precious moment you have. Now this moment is the holiest, most precious moment you have. Each of these moments, and you will experience an eternity of them, require only one thing from you: your creative choice. Thy will be done. Sorry, whenever I delve into what lives inside of me as a glowing, shining ball, it blows any sense of Garen away, and it has to leak out somewhere. Better the eyes, trust me. So give up the seeking. You are all you need to be. You are exactly where you need to be. And when you fully grasp that, the magic of the present moment will show you exactly what you must do. Without thought, without effort, without struggle. Namaste to you. All our love from both Kelly and myself. Forgive us, we've been very busy, but we will always make time to be with you. Again, namaste, and have a wonderful night.